Hello and welcome back to Foos Entertainment. This time for my review of 2014's Captain America, the Winter Soldier. As you can see, this is the 3D version of the movie. Now off the bat, let's talk about 3D. I remember this 3D being worse. I'll be honest with you. I remember it being a lot worse. I wouldn't exactly say that it's great, but I remember it being a lot worse last time I watched it, before last night. My opinion has changed about the 3D. I think that the 3D is not as bad as I remember it being. But compared to the 3D films that came before it that I have seen, which I have not seen Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World in 3D, but I have seen Captain America, the First Avenger, Thor, in the Avengers in 3D. I would say out of all of those, this one probably is the weakest 3D movie. But I would say that there is still 3D in this movie that does play well in some points of the film. So it wasn't that bad of an experience. I say that 3D-wise it kind of reminds me of Star Trek Into Darkness, which means that it's not bad at all. It's just not, super great. I still think that the worst 3D experience in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is still the first Thor. This one I might put above Thor, but I would say ranking-wise they're probably about the same. Anyway, around though, it did add another layer of entertainment to the experience of Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Alright, plot and synopsis of the film. Obviously taking place 2 years after the events of the Avengers. Steve Rogers is working as an operative for S.H.I.E.L.D., doing Nick Fury's dirty work. And, he's on a mission with Black Widow to rescue S.H.I.E.L.D. Employees from a rogue S.H.I.E.L.D. boat that some Russian terrorists or something like that, I believe Russian, somehow ripped off and stole. And basically, not known to Steve Rogers, Black Widow has her own mission to get this, to upload stuff onto a flash drive about sensitive S.H.I.E.L.D. materials. I forget the name of the. It's funny, I just watched the movie last night and was engaged, but I forget the name of the project that it relates to. But there's controversy behind it. Controversy comes to light quite well when Nick Fury is locked out of operations mysteriously. And upon investigating, Nick Fury gets attacked by S.H.I.E.L.D. members. S.H.I.E.L.D. agents start attacking and trying to kill him, which eventually leads to, of course, the first time we see the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier tries to finish the job, blows up Nick Fury's, impenetrable vehicle. He escapes, gives the flash drive to, let's call him Captain America from now on. Gives the flash drive to Captain America and says, "Don't trust anybody. S.H.I.E.L.D. has been compromised." And of course, after that point, the Winter Soldier shoots a deadly blow to Nick Fury, and we are believed that he is dead. We even see him flatline. Obviously he isn't, but we believe that he is. And Captain America teams up with Black Widow and they try to discover what's on the flash drive while being pursued by the Winter Soldier. And they discovered that for all these years, S.H.I.E.L.D. has been influenced by Hydra, the villain of the first Captain America movie. And so, with S.H.I.E.L.D. being completely compromised, there you go. Then they have another battle with the Winter Soldier. And after having a mask taken off of the face of the Winter Soldier, Captain America comes face to face with his past when he finds out that his best friend, Sergeant Barnes, also known as Bucky, he believed he lost in action in the first Captain America movie. And so he has a mission to try to go ahead and bring Bucky back to reality. After being brainwashed and manipulated and experimented on and made into a fucking weapon. So, has to go ahead and try to save his friend, too, while surviving attacks from his friend. And I guess what we call Robert Redford's character, it's like a sub-director to Nick Fury, I guess. He is the leader of this Hydra sort of faction within S.H.I.E.L.D. And so they have a devastating plan to go ahead and this is crazy right here. Literally, using satellites, has gunships with guns on them that are aimed at, quite literally, 1/4 or 1/3 of the entire human population. Then, all dead. We're talking like quite a few million people they can just shoot and kill right away with like one button. And so, teaming up with Nick Fury, who now we know is alive, to go ahead and try to take down S.H.I.E.L.D. itself. Take it all down. And they do. Captain America almost gets killed trying to turn his friend back to being good. Bucky, I guess, is Bucky again. While being Winter Soldier, he's kind of like 2, I guess. But in the movie, he does save Captain America. Captain America gets the file on him at the end of the movie. Nick Fury goes into hiding. S.H.I.E.L.D. is demolished. The world now knows all about it via social media. And pretty much Steve is determined to track his friend down. Which of course is a precursor to Captain America Civil War, which is probably one of the best movies out of this entire cinematic universe. And then the post-credit sequence is a precursor to the Avengers Age of Ultron with the introduction of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Alright. Audio and video quality. This one is very interesting, video quality wise. It has the appearance of a very, very, very dark, toned looking movie. But there's enough light in there that throws you off and making you think, is this a combination hybrid of movie making here? When it comes to the color temperatures and the tones and cinematography of the movie, is it both like supposed to be like this dark, warm, digital looking movie while being a brightly lit movie at the same time? Like I said, it's very interesting how Phase 2 movies are looking. This one, I can say this though, does have the video picture characteristics of a thriller look to it, which works for the movie because it's more of a thriller. That's what's actually very interesting about Captain America Winter Soldier, which is why it's such a great installment within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is the fact that it's a Captain America movie, but it feels a lot like a suspense thriller movie, which I think is very cool. A very interesting movie in that regard. So yeah, you'll see a lot of warm temperatures, but like I said, at points you'll see enough light in the movie. You're like, well, this looks like a warm temperatured movie for out, but there's a lot of light in this movie. That's kind of interesting. Very digital looking, very high quality in HD. Full HD format. Definitely enjoyed the quality of the movie, video wise, audio wise. Very good. 7.1 DTS HD Master Audio track, quite solid. But there is one thing that I will point out about it. The sound is so balanced, despite it being 7.1 and there being good direction. The sound is very, very balanced. So only certain sequences of the movies is there a lot of separation with that direction of the sound. But overall, still a very, very, very solid 7.1 intensified DTS HD Master Audio track in this one. But still more like a neutral power, much like Thor: The Dark World. But Thor: The Dark World had much more separation than this one. But there's a lot of very good sound effects in this one, and there are certain sequences within the movie where there's a lot of sound going around the room, which there's not constant separation for the channels going throughout the movie. But still, I enjoyed the sound of this movie. It was good. Well, this one, unlike Iron Man 3 in Thor: The Dark World, this Phase 2 movie, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, relates to future movies. The conclusion of Phase 2, which would be the Avengers Age of Ultron, and Captain America Civil War, which is our first one in Phase 3. So this one relates to future movies, unlike the last two movies, which really don't. So that's my opinion of that is a whole to the Marvel Cinematic Universe itself. Well, those are my views on Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Hope you enjoyed the review. I will see you guys next time for my review of 2014's The Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, which I will be watching in 3D as well. So the next few films will actually be in 3D. Looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy. I remember it being a good one in 3D. So, see you guys next time when I review that one. Hope you enjoyed.